the Nation Council. Everyone can be a member. Population, first century AD, over 350,000. Can they sit here? Everyone up here, Nation Council,
Take this off. I'm not going to be too sick of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the remains of Ephesus the Third. This city was built by Alexander the Great in 327 BC. What we are going to see today will only be Roman imperial period remains. Since the Romans have built this city on the top of Greek Ephesus, not much left from the time of Alexander's remains. They have demolished Alexander's Ephesus and used the marbles and the stones for the construction of the latter one, which happens to be this city. During those days, Ephesus had a population of 250,000 people. 250,000 people. This was one of the finishing points of the caravans, the intersection point of the east and west trade routes. Two different societies, the Jews and the Gentiles, they were making very good business by the land and the maritime commerce of those days. They had a very big harbor. They had a big harbor and a prosperous background, the Meander Valley, where all the fights had taken place, where they were fighting to get to control of the Meander Valley. So this city made their living by the land of, by means of the sea and the land commerce. This was one of the finishing points of the caravans, the intersection point of the east and west trade routes. The Ephesus city was known as the third largest city of its time. Antioch, Rome, and then Ephesus. 250,000 people. They started the excavations here in the year of 1930. Until now, they have brought to light 1/8 of the whole portion. We are going to see a beautiful big city, but still will be 1/8. This is now the uptown, the political heart, the brain part of the city. Starting with this little theater, it goes by the popular name of the Odeon. The first Odeon in the world was built in Athens during the reign of famous Greek Pericles, originally used for the festivals of Dionysus, for music, literature, and poetry competitions at certain times of the year. When the Romans came here, they had converted this little theater into a place of politics. This was used as a senate house rather than a concert hall. 2nd century AD, with the capacity of 1,400 people. On both sides, there are two arches known as the vomitorium. Not a place of vomiting, it's a place of caucus. They've been caucusing there. They've been lobbying up there, whispering from one ear to the other as, don't vote for Romanus, let's vote for Romulus. He's a better guy and he gives more bribes. Bribery was very important, actually still is now. Hasn't changed a bit, has it? Remember what the Bible says, nothing is new under the sun. Still keeps on going, right? If you do turn around this way, please. On the other side, it's the agora. Agora means a forum, a large place where the people could come together, discuss the political and the economical problems of the city. This is the place of politics rather than commerce. This is the place where the representatives were getting together, discussing war and peace, about the political future of ancient Ephesus. This is the place for the representatives. This is for the senators. So both of the buildings played a very important role as a brain, as the heart of ancient Ephesus for political purposes. It was right here, especially in the 2nd century AD, during the time of Caesar Augustus. This was a very popular place. They were voting here for the political future of ancient Ephesus. Hasn't been completely excavated yet. As we walk this famous town hall, the Prytaneion of the city. This was the place where the perpetual fire of Hestia was burned, this was also the place of banquets and receptions. The floor was paved with beautiful mosaics composed of Amazon figures. You know that the Amazons are or were fighting women with one breast. In order to shoot the arrow, they were cutting off their right breasts, and according to their traditions, they were mating with men only once a year. When they were pregnant, they had always preferred the females, not the males. The male kids were being buried under the ground when they were alive. The Amazons were very tough and very cruel women. They were a very tough tribe. They found out many inscriptions, many mosaics about the social life of the Amazons. There are even more inscriptions on these Doric columns giving us information about the laws and the rules of the city. Behind these columns, to the left, are the rooms belonging to the Temple of Hestia, where the perpetual fire was burned, where those 18-year-old virgin nuns were devoting themselves by all means to the goddess. Their duties were to keep their virginity until the age of 40. In the meantime, serve the goddess in the area, Hestia or Vesta. Remember the Vestal virgins?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where they come from. So they were supposed to stay virgins until the age of 40. After 40, all being set free, all being released, then they had the chance of recognizing the new tastes, the new joys of life. That's why we say at the present time, as a term, that life begins at 40.
Yeah, right.
Comes out of this place. Even the name of those girls were attributed to this particular street. This is called Street of Virgins.
Oh.
Underneath these marble slabs, there are some hollowed out canals with a slight gradients, taking everything from here, directly leading down to the Aegean waters. If you come this way, please, you would, when you look at